It's like flying," he said, looking down at the two bodies lying on the ground below me. I was one of the 4 who decided to jump in instead. The unfortunate 4 who could not survive. We will do? What is good you're asking me to jump off a building? Together, I ask. No, you go first. What does this mean? Is he really going to chicken out? He had accepted this idea so easily. What? You go first. No. Why do you mean? When you forget, I can feel the anger bubbling up like rice inside me. When I didn't, he volunteered to jump, now he denies it. You want me to jump off a building.
You want me to end my life. Now I can feel tears welling up in my eyes as I realized what that last sentence meant. Just request. No. I screamed. Finally lost my temper. You piece of shit. I don't want to jump first. Go to hell, I don't want to jump at all. At this point, I'm crying. Fully fit for 2 years. I fall to the ground and hide my face in my hands. The sound of gunfire is heard below me in the building where I am sitting. I realize now that we weren't the only unfortunate 4 who didn't survive. That's why we are here in the first place. To die in peace or as peacefully as we can. I bent over the concrete until my head was throbbing with pain. I feel for Kelsey, the poor girl I yelled at, feels no different than me. My conscience scolds my mind and chastises me from different corners of my head. He didn't deserve it. We're all losing our shit. Don't blame him. You are very selfish. Are you having any problems? You deserve to lie there with others? I pull myself together to stand up and apologize. I'm sorry. I really am, you didn't deserve this, I say as I wipe away tears and spill on my blue sleeve. I finally turned my head to look into his eyes, but there was nothing but a blue sky full of clouds. Kelsey isn't there. Through my rage, I didn't hear the sound of her body crashing down the 3-story blacktop parking lot below me.
The girl was dead. I was single. My head is cut off. After getting off the roller coaster, my feet went numb. Finally, after standing in one place for what felt like an eternity, my brain went into what you might call flight mode. I ran into the giant vent and tore through the grate. I squeeze as hard as I can and turn the grate, completely unaware of what I'm doing. Tears streamed down my face as I dragged myself to the metal box in a huff. The sound of gunshots rang in my ears. That moment from 45 minutes ago is playing over and over in my mind. Children roam the corridors with expressions of fear on their faces. The moment we all realized that this was it. This was the end of our lives. It all ended in a bad high school hallway. I survived. My eyes fluttered open. I am feeling sleepy. I take a breath, letting the cool air of the Michigan night fill my lungs. I can't hear people talking in the distance. I open the vent cover and claw my way out, my whole body exploding as I sit on the cold concrete. I sit there for who knows how long. People chatter away. They are talking about something terrible. .42 killed. .4 are missing. They're all dead. I stood up and walked to the edge of the roof where I could hear the people and look down. People silently look at me. Suddenly the group broke up, some headed for their red and blue flashing cars, while others ran towards the school. About 30 seconds later I heard, thump, 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 thump. People are climbing the stairs. Then the door to the terrace opened. Hey! Put your hands where I can see them. A man shouts, I'm holding me, but I don't move at all. I can't, I'm so tired. 3 more men followed him through the door and began to surround me with their guns. I look at them and they relax, seeing nothing but my tattered zip-up hoodie. The 2 men put their guns in their holsters and began to approach. No. No, 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 no. Unconsciously, I jumped away from the men, pulling my sweatshirt tightly around my waist. Okay. We're here to help, says the man who came through the door first. I quickly took another step back, not letting him get any closer. I promise you we are here to help, the man says again. He extended his hand to take me. I look at it and my lungs feel like they are contracting. They feel so small I can barely breathe. I gasp for air when suddenly my hand is in someone else. Hey, deep breath. Breathe. Ready?
Look at me. I don't look up. Instead, I look down at a small rock embedded in the concrete. He begins to exaggerate breathing in through his nose and out of his mouth, just like every yoga instructor I've ever met. My ears are mine. Heart sounds are fading, my breathing is slowing down. All the men are gone, except the first man and me.
Better? The man says. I nodded, still refusing to look at him. May I ask what your name is? I take a deep breath and answer him, trying my best not to crack my voice. Piper, I say quietly. Hi Piper, I'm Cedar. How old are you? 15, what class are you in? 10th. Class 10, very good. Piper, are you hurt? I think I hurt my ankle. I didn't even notice. As we talked, my confidence slowly increased. Can you walk? I think so. Great, if you could, I'd like to ask you to walk with me to the parking lot. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Who are we? Police. Your school was attacked today and we're trying to find out why it happened. Ask me why this happened. Jesus. What is wrong with these people? What happened? Is another American high school gone bad again? But first, do you have a family? Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, with whom you feel comfortable communicating? No. Nobody? No. I wonder where Mom is now. He would not mind if his only child died. You donkey. Of course he wouldn't. He left me. Left me to figure out my life. A 15-year-old to defend himself. Okay, you stay with us until we can figure something out for you. Well? Well? Says Cedar, heading towards the door to the terrace. Instead of following, I stand still with my feet planted on the ground. Why didn't I die? Why did I survive? Who has nothing to live for? So many people died. People with life who had someone who cared for them. I robbed them. I don't deserve to live. I refused. I burst into tears. Cedar turned around. I look at her and think she knows what I'm thinking. He started running towards me but very slowly. I reached the edge of the building and turned. He stops and looks me dead in the eyes. Piper. Wait. Please don't do anything, Piper. He talks from his chest, asks for backup but it won't help him. Look away. Please, I asked him. He looks at me but it is too late. I step back. I've always wanted to fly.